So I'd like to tell you a story. This is a story about, a Tibetan story about a mother and her daughter. They were a poor family, so the daughter asked mother, Mom, is it time to sow the potatoes? So shouldn't we be doing that? So the mother said, Pomo, I'm very old, I'm very sick, and by next year, when the potatoes are ready, I would be dead and you would be married. So what's the point of sowing the potatoes? So next year came, the mother wasn't dead, and the daughter was not married either. So they suffered. So the story is about having a vision. When we're talking about 21st century women's leadership, I'm going to talk about not about being, a leader of or an organization or about the principal of the school, but really about your own self-leadership. What is it that you and I can do as people, as mothers, daughters, or as sisters, to be able to lead ourselves so that we can contribute to our families, to our communities, and perhaps to the world at large. So my first point is having a vision. But not only having a vision, but having the courage and the skills to work to that so that you can make your dreams a reality. So how do we do that? I know many of you have met and I've seen you. I come from Darjeeling, and I've come from this place called the Ring Cinema area. And this is the most incredible, extraordinary place. And why is because in, I think this is like half a kilometer or 500 meters of lanes of houses, there were 6 doctors that came to be. My sister being one, and there was sitting from the ring. There were 3 Tibetan Muslim families, the Banu sisters, and sitting Udin. Now, if you see, they all had something in common. What was it? It was their mothers, Tibetans, Tibetan mothers who had come from Tibet. Not one day of education they've had. Amazing. And they had also a lot of social, as you say, economic limitations. Not that they were very rich families. We were very middle-class families. But each of these mothers, they had a vision for their daughter to become a doctor. Like for me personally, my mom, she would give me dolls to play with. But for my sister, she would give her a doctor's set. And I would say, Mom, why? Because your sister, Nikki, has to become a doctor. And this was like when we were 4 or 5 years old, and she had that vision. And my mother, of course, ran a very small business. So she had a little shop and she had a little guest house. But even to supplement her income, because my father was not much help there, what she would do in winter is she would get coal, charcoal, powdered charcoal, and cow dung, and make dalla. Does anyone know what the dallas are? You used to fire up, and she would sell that as fuel. And I saw her doing that in the cold with her own hands, and I would often think, wow, this is amazing that she was doing so much work to make me study hard. So that is one thing about having a vision, having a courage to actually go and do the realities.